good, YouTube? It's your boy Curtis, aka Flex, coming to you with episode 4 of the comeback. So let's check out what I did this week, and I'll get back to you when it's done.
Hey guys, now if you were paying attention to the last episode of the comeback, I told you guys that this week is a deload week. So as you know, when you're deloading, you try to use a little bit less weight, and you try to just go for a little bit more reps than you usually would. So what I did today what I did that day for my squat session is I did pause reps. So what I started with was 135 pounds, and I did pause reps I did my pauses for around 2 to 3 seconds. And again, I did 135 pounds for 8 reps, and then went up to 155 pounds, and again trying to go for another 2 to 3 second pauses, and did 7 reps. Then I moved up to 195 pounds, and then again doing the same amount of time for pauses, and squeezed out 5 reps, and then moved up to 230, and again for the same 2 to 3, maybe even 4 second pauses, and did 5 reps. Then after that, what I did is I did leg extensions, and what I started with was 45 plate on each side. And as you can see there, I was concentrating on mainly getting a good squeeze. I wasn't going for obviously a high amount of weight, and was just trying to emphasize, squeezing on every rep. So I started off with 45 pounds, and I did 12 reps on each leg. Then I moved up to 55 pounds, and then at 55 pounds, what I did is I did 10 reps on each single leg, as you guys are seeing me do. And then what I do after the 10 reps, I'd move on to the next leg without actually doing any pausing, do another 10 reps, then switch back to the original leg or the right leg for another 10 reps, and then switch back to the left leg again for another 10 reps. And the key that I was trying to do there is trying to go for a decent pump, and making sure that you squeeze on every rep, because again, there's no point of exercising any muscle if you're not squeezing and concentrating on getting the actual tension or time under tension for each muscle group or whatever muscle that you are working at that time. So I was concentrating more on just getting a decent pump in each leg, so I did them just one rapidly after the other. And then I moved on to 70 pounds and did another 8 reps on each leg, and that's what I did for my leg extensions. Then after that, I went into doing the kneeling leg curls on the Cybex machine. You guys might have seen my how-to video on how to use this machine, but this is what I did afterwards. Then what I started with was 25 pounds on each side, and I did it for 12 reps. Then I moved up to 35 pounds on each side and did another 12 reps. Then I went on to doing 45 on each side for another 12 reps. And then I went for, as a burnout set, I did 55 pounds, and I went for as many as I could, which was today 14 reps. Then afterwards, I went to doing the hack squat. Now you guys might have seen me use the hack squat machine before. Actually, I have a how-to video for the hack squat machine as well. And what I usually do is I start off with 135, which I did this time as well. I did 10 reps of that. Then I moved up to 180 pounds on each side and did 10 reps. And as you guys always know, for me, I always try to go for as many as I could, or as much weight as I could for as many reps as I could. So I went up to 225 now and did 10 reps. Then once I went to the point where I couldn't even load anything more onto the machine anyways, I went back down to 90 pounds, did 15 reps, and then I did another burnout set with 45 on each side, and went for 20 reps. And then how I ended this leg session or squat session today, or deload squat session, is I did seated calf raises, because again, I try for my leg day or for my squat days, I try to hit every part of my legs. So I finished it off with the seated calf raises, and I did 45 pounds on each side for 12 reps. Then I moved up to 55 pounds, doing 15 reps for 2 sets. And then I finished it off with, again, another burnout set with 70 pounds on it, and I did 15 reps. Now that was Monday that you saw me do my squat session. So it brings me to Thursday, which is when I did my deadlift session. Now what I started off with, again, this is a deload week, so I started off with 180 pounds, and I did 9 reps. Now this is just conventional. As you guys know, I normally lift or do my powerlifting meets doing conventional, so you'll see a majority of my lifts always being conventional first. So I did 180 for 9 reps, then I moved up to 225 and I did 7 reps. And again, was just working on making sure that I testing my quickness and making sure that I got my whole momentum right, and my handle, and just pretty much practicing what I would do on a regular lifting basis. And then I moved up to, again, 275 and I did 7 reps, and then I finished it off with 315 for another 5 reps, which is basically about 75% of my 1 rep max. Then afterwards I went into doing the bent over rows. Now you guys might have seen me do bent over rows in other videos, but or not even in other videos. You've seen me do bent over rows. Actually, I'll tag the video that I did about bent over rows, both the overhand and the underhand versions of it. Now you guys might be seeing me do the underhand first. So what I did is I did the underhand first for 135 or 10 reps. Then I went and I did the overhand, another set of underhand for 185 for 10 reps. Then I went and I did 205 with the overhand for 10 reps, and I did that for about 2 sets. Then I moved on to doing one of my favorite things, and also, as you guys know, I'm trying to build my lats a little bit more and gain some more strength doing that, as I do pull-ups. And I did 4 sets of pull-ups, and I did 7 reps for each of the sets. And again, just trying to make sure that I do the pull-up properly, because again, you guys might have seen other people do pull-ups where they're not really doing it properly. So I usually try to do a mix of my pull-ups. I try to do the wide grip and do the inside grip, again building my lats as big as I possibly could get them. Because again, a bigger back helps you in not only just your deadlifts, but as in your bench press as well. And then what I went to afterwards is went and did the single arm preacher curl, which I started with was 25 pounds for 10 reps. Then I moved up to 50 pounds for another 10 reps. Then I did 60 pounds for 8 reps, and this again is each arm. And then I finished it off with both arms for 85 pounds, and I burnt out for another 12 reps. And then to finish off my deadlift slash, I'd say, bicep workout, I finished off with a low row, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do low row instead of doing dumbbell rows. It's just as good as the dumbbell rows, in my opinion. It's almost like a machine version of it. And I did 4 sets with 90 pounds. Again, making sure that I squeeze on every rep, and making sure that, again, for the lats and to build my lats and build my mid-back, I'm really trying to come into this powerlifting meet real, back heavy, back strong, and see if I could get some decent pulls when I do my deadlift. And that's how I finished off my deadlift slash arm session. Which brings me into the Friday. And what I did is you guys know that, again, I'm deloading. So what I did is I did, instead of regular bench press, I did a decline bench press. And what I did is I did 100 pounds for 8 reps. Then I did 125 pounds for 10 reps. And then moved up to 150 pounds for 10 reps. and then finished it off with 175 pounds for 8 reps. Decline dumbbell press, and I did 65 pounds for 4 sets, and I did 10 reps each of the sets. I moved on to doing the side machine press. Now you guys might or might not have seen me do the side machine press before. I think I might have done it in a video before. And what I did is I went to the side, as you can see there, and I did 45 pounds for 4 sets of 10 reps, and was really trying to work on just, again, like I was saying before, or saying this whole video, is that I'm trying to do a deload. So again, I'm just trying to emphasize more on doing, concentrated rep ranges instead of doing heavy weights and, trying to, pull off big pulls or big lifts. So I just did, again, 45 pounds for each side, and I did 4 sets of 10 reps. Then I moved on to doing the low pulley crossovers, and I did 50 pounds on each of the pulleys, and I did another 4 sets for 10 reps, again making sure I squeeze on every rep. Then I went on to doing working on some tricep work, so I went and did some cable kickbacks, and I tried to keep the weight at a reasonable time under tension rate. So what I did is I did 40 pounds and I did 3 sets of 20 reps, again making sure that I squeezed on every rep and made sure that all 3 parts of the tricep got hit, and that's what I did for that. And then I finished off my day doing one of my favorite tricep pull down exercises, as that you guys might have seen me do before, which is what I did. I started off with 120 pounds, and then I worked my weight down to about 50 pounds, and I did 8 reps for each of the weights. So I did 120 pounds for 8 reps, then moved down to 110 pounds for 8 reps, 100 pounds for 8 reps, and then continuously until I went to 50 pounds. And that pretty much, guys, is what I did for this week's deload week. So I hope you guys catch me in next week's normal powerlifting regime, and get back to lifting up some decent amount of weights. Thank you.
Alright guys, as you can see, it was a deload week, so all the things that you normally would see, which is heavy weights, getting things done and doing a lot of heavy preparations for the powerlifting meet, was not done in this one. But as you can tell, I entertained it and did things even more, because I just wanted to explore different kind of ways of attacking the same muscle groups and getting some growth in other ways than just straight. As you can see, I wanted to do more of quality reps and go for larger rep schemes instead of doing like 1 to 5 rep schemes and just lifting heavy weights. So I did that in this deload week, and wanted to show you guys little things that I do on top of the heavy lifts to prepare myself. I felt that I still got a good workout during this week. All in all, it was a pretty good workout for all of my workouts this week. For the days that you noticed that I went from Tuesday straight to Thursday, Friday, those days were the abs and shoulder workouts. If you wanted to see any of my shoulder workouts, make sure you check out the surge of the overhead press, because that's again one of my shoulder designated workout videos that I designate just to build up my overhead press, which I have told you guys before. If you want to see that, I'll leave a link here and take a look at that. Or on your own spare time, again, take a look at that that playlist, and get to see how I do on my overhead press, because again, that's something I'm trying to build up, not only in my strengthening my shoulders for my bench press, but also just for doing my press overall. So again, hopefully you guys check out that playlist. I have a couple of them already. As you can tell, I only have 2, because I've only made 2 episodes, but again, it's there for you guys to take a look at. Make sure you check out my first 3 episodes of the comeback, just to give you an idea of what this is all about. Again, my actual powerlifting meet is August 12th. I believe it's 12th and the 13th, depending on again how many people are signed up for it. So far I'm signed up. My payment is already in there waiting for them to accept and everything go the way it's supposed to go. So again, It's August the 12th. I hope you guys will, take the time to, wait for that video to come out. I'll put it out, and hopefully you guys are interested in watching it. Again, if you're liking the content and you're liking my channel so far, make sure you hit that like button, because again, liking this video and any of the videos in my on my channel will help boost my channel in the algorithm, and hopefully get me more eyes and more looks on my channel. And make sure you comment anything that you suggest, not only for just powerlifting, but even on just my whole YouTube setup and my channel setup, and the things that you see or like or want me to, you think would be a good idea to change. Make sure you let me know in the comment section, because again, I'm always looking to make not only my lifts and my overall powerlifting ways better. I'm always also trying to make sure that you guys are entertained and getting the most you possibly could get out of my channel. So again, make sure you comment and let me know any of that. If this is your first time checking out my channel, make sure you subscribe, because again, this is just the beginning of how my channel is going to be growing. And I want you guys to subscribe and see the progression of how, if you guys go back to my first video compared to now, how things have changed. And again, it's not only from how it is going to even be right now to how it's going to be even in the future. So I hope you guys are going to stick with not just my journey through my powerlifting meet, but my journey through YouTube as well. Hopefully I can grow and show as many people as I possibly can, things that I've learned over the time, not just again in powerlifting, but in YouTube as well. So again, please make sure you share it with other people that might be interested in powerlifting or anything in general that I have on my channel. And again, hopefully we can grow this community as best as we possibly can. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and suggest. And always remember, guys, at the end of the day, to flex them guns. Bullet.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.